Well, hey folks, welcome back. Got my fancy new Hippie Explorer hat on. I like it a lot. But today, we got a mail call from GP and Mama Bird, a gentleman prospector and Mama Bird. What they've done is they put together a Groundhog Day challenge where they went and got material and they painted it all out to see how much gold was in it. And it's kind of a challenge where we have to paint it out and to see if we still get the same amount of gold out of it, see if we miss any. Just test our painting skills, I guess. And one of the things we have to do, the people that receive these packages, is go and get some material and do the same thing and send it to somebody else. So we'll be doing that later on. Everything's pretty froze up right now. Let me talk about this a little bit. Oh, show you his address in case you don't want it. Got a sticker in here. You see that? I gotta look on film here. There's GP's sticker. Got another one in here. I believe it's Mama Bird. There's Mama Bird. They're a couple cool folks for sure. But when I got this package, it was right full of ice. They sent a card in. You can see how worn out and everything it was. And yeah, I opened the bag was actually open on its own. It was crammed full of ice. Literally everything was froze solid. You can read through that if you want. Pretty much explaining what's going on. And the pay dirt we got is in this bag here. I haven't put it in the pan, looked at it at all, but it comes in this bag here. We got a woodchuck. Some people call him a groundhog right there. So what I'm going to do is everything's still froze up, so we got our super sluice there in a small pan, just like last time we were out here. And I'll pan this out and we'll extract the gold, and I'll have you look at it with me while we're doing it, and we'll extract that gold and get a weight on it and see how close we were. Now it doesn't say anywhere in here, it doesn't say in here anywhere how much gold was in there, but I'm sure he's got it wrote down at home or whatnot, so he'll be able to let me know if I failed or passed. Or, hey, as long as I get a D, I guess that means we passed, right? So, and I wasn't very good in school, not that I couldn't do it, I just kind of lazy and rebellious. But anyway, that's besides the point. I have one more look at this. Oh, groundhog there. All right, let's drown the groundhog, shall we? I'll bring you over closer and we'll get started. Okay, let's get this stuff in the pan. I'm not sure if this is a sealed bag or not. Try to open it here. I have a tough time opening things because it always feels like I'm going to tear it apart and everything's going to go over the floor. I'm sure you guys feel that way too, like when you're opening a bag of potato chips. It makes it feel too strong, like everything's going to go everywhere. That's how I always feel opening anything like this, but we'll get her. Maybe. No, I have to get out my knife. Okay, that's the easy way. Let's dump it in the pan, see what it looks like. Now there are a bunch of bigs in here. And this stuff was wet when we started. Let me get some water out of here. Get it in the bag. One more time. Make sure we get all the gold out of the corners down in there and such. Hey, that's me. Let's see what we got in here. Water's a little dirty. That's okay. We got another groundhog and a top hat there. There's another one. We got some bigger stuff in here. Let's just take a look at that stuff. And those folks are from Missouri, so this is all Missouri kind of stuff here. Not quite sure what any of this is. Some of it almost looks like it's almost cherty. You see that piece there? That's almost like a chert. I do see some heavies in here, but GP's been known to have, and I've heard on his videos before, that they have some heavy lights out there, which I'm interested in. Hopefully there's some in this pan. But anyway, let's get started with this. Oh, need a little more water. I had to bring water out with me. Yeah, we're gonna get wet. We all know who says that. Anyway, pretty simple. Same process as panning anything. And just stratify that really good. Make sure all the heavies are trickling down through to the bottom. Okay, that's far enough. Let's give her a good pan in here. Oh, getting really wet, I guess. Get some of those bigs off there. Move that stuff out of the water that I'm getting all over. Sorry about that. Yep, just those bigger stones we're getting off there. And as usual, we'll check the tailings afterwards. See if we lost anything in there. But we won't cheat. If we lost anything, we lost it. We won't count that in with our final take. Although we'll put it all together at the end. Alright, now I'm just going to finger a few of these rocks out. And what I do is I pull them to the back here. And I just give them a little bit of washing in the water in case anything's stuck to them. And I'll bring it back down again. And we'll just keep doing that, and doing it, and doing it. Same old rhythm, right? Alright, now I'm getting down there. We're just going to do those front ripples. Pull some of these bigger stones off on the back. Wash them off, pull them out. Wash them off and pull them out. There we go. I think we can get a few more of those stones out of there possibly. Now we do have to be cautious here because, like I said, he was saying that he's got some light colored material that's heavy in his area. So that is definitely lighter material. That's not heavy. It's not acting heavy at all. But we have to keep an eye out and make sure those light heavies aren't coming up to the front, because that'll carry our gold out too. Now we're going to go down and use our smaller ripples. See, we're using the bigger ones and these are smaller. That'll help some of those bigger pieces kind of roll out of there, but we're still going to be cautious. Use our eye holes and make sure we don't see any heavies creeping out there too far. Just going to do the very first few ripples. I do see some bigger black sands coming off there. They don't seem to be real heavy though. They're washing out pretty easily. I'm just going to do that a couple more times here. Now when I first started panning, I didn't even have a pan. I got into it back when the old Gold Fever show was on. Man, I really miss that show, but I got into it with a kind of a, I'm not sure what you would call it, kind of a plastic pan. Not a gold pan, but kind of like a half tub kind of thing I got from the Dollar General. And that worked for a while. And I finally saved up some money. And of course, all my money back then went to other things, you know, things that I thought were more fun back then. So I saved up a little bit and got me a pan and got right into it. All right, I'm going to bring a little more water in there. Let's just give it a quick pull back here. I'm seeing some fines add up over in here. Now I heard through the grapevine on one of his videos that my bag contained the most amount of gold here out of all the bags he sent. I think he sent 14 or something. We got some good gold in there though. Can you see that? Nice big flakes. Some nice ones. So, as typical, I don't like to clean my gold up in a small pan. It's much easier with a wide pan. So let me go and fetch up a bigger pan. Okay, when I took all the tailings out of our pan, our super sluice here. We'll use that to clean our gold up. I just got all the concentrates in this pan. And I can't use this pan for panning yet because it's brand new. It hasn't been seasoned. And for anybody that's new, when you get a brand new pan, it's kind of got oil in it from the manufacturing. And so what you need to do is get that oil out. You can use a little bit of soap. And what I do is just a couple little drops of soap and some gravel. And you just work that gravel around really good. And you want to give it a good scratching is what you're doing. Just scratch it up. Make sure the oils are all off there. But anyway, we got all that taken care of. We have a pan to work with. We'll dump our stuff into this pan. And then we'll start working this too. Alright. When you're working material back, I know we don't have much in there, but it does require the right amount of water. I gotta dump some out here. You only want enough water to come in and wash the material off. If the water's coming up and wash the material off, and your water's so deep that it's way up here, you're only able to wash to here. You're not able to catch any gold that might be trying to sneak its way down as you're panning through it, if that makes sense. So you want it so that when your water rolls up in there, the material can travel on a flat surface, which is the bottom of your pan, all the way down until it touches the water down here. And with practice, for those of you that are new, you'll get the hang of that. And we still do have a little bit more water in there than what we want. So I'm going to dump some more out of there. That's a lot better to me. Just a little bit of water in there. And I'll just start rolling it around. I'm not going to be able to do this on camera very well. I can't quite hold it quite the right way. Make sure I'm on film and working this material back. So tap this up. You just tap the edge of the pan. The gold will just work its way back up through there. We have a few little specks over here, so I'll just push them over with my finger. Make sure there's a little bit of water there, so that when you push it over, the gold isn't sticking to your finger. It'll drop right off in the water. You got gold migrating. Pull it all back over. And you can do it. There's no time limit in this. There's never a time limit when you're gold panning. You just do it however you want. Whatever works for you. If you don't know how, you just keep doing it and test your panning and test your panning. I found that some ways that I pan don't work very well for me, but it works for other people. And that's okay. You do what's ever comfortable with you, and I do whatever's comfortable with me. Alright, now I'm being a little more gentle. I don't have any soap in here. Let's put a drop of soap in. Now, seeing that I've been using the soap, and I know there's soap residue on the end of this bottle, so I don't even got to put any in there. I'll just put it in and kind of move the tip of that around, and you can see bubbles in there forming already. That's all you need. A couple more wrist turns here. There we go, we got it. Nothing but gold there. Grab a snuffer bottle. Snuffer all this stuff up. Looks pretty good. Let me, I'll get all these little specks all cleaned up in the snuffer bottle, and then we'll put it in the pan. And we'll get it inside and give her a weight. Is that a piece? Nope. You're not even able to see that. I apologize, folks. I apologize. Okay. Let's get it in this blue pan here, I suppose. Let's have a look. A little more water. Get a little bit more water in here. I'll be right back. Okay, let me show you how I clean out my snuffer bottle. Sometimes when you dump your snuffer bottle out, there can still be gold stuck down in a little, like, see that little crease right there in the bottom? It can hang up on there. What I do is squeeze it, put it under water. It sucks water up into it, see that? Shake it. Do it again. Squeeze it, suck water up in there, shake it. And gravity will pull that stuff right out of there. Alright, let's have a look at this stuff. Tap it up on the edge. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go and weigh this stuff, dry it up and weigh it. I'll meet you inside. And then afterwards, we'll check the tailings and see if we lost any gold. Alright, let's go inside, dry this stuff up. Alright, let's see how we did. Got all our gold right there. A little touch of black sand in it. Scales are all teared out. Let's see if we can do this without shaking too much and throwing it right out of the dish. And put it kind of close to the edge there so it can't get any momentum to come out of the dish. That's my thought on it. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. Just a touch of black sand left there on the paper. Let's see what we got. 0.58. No, 0.058. 0.058 grams. There's actually a couple nice pieces of gold in there. Some feelers in there. Well, that was definitely a lot of fun. Thank you so much, GP and Mama Bird. That was a pretty good challenge. And everybody should get over to their channel. Check out all their stuff. They're really good people. Really, really cool folks. And check out all the other people that were involved in the Groundhog Challenge. Thank you for putting this on, GP. Now tomorrow we'll be going down the creek. It's finally going to be above freezing for a few days, finally. So we're going to take the old shovel on sluice box down there and gather up some material for this challenge here and send it off to somebody. Not quite sure who yet, but we'll figure that out. We had 0.058. I would like to say in the tailings, I did find two little minuscule little tiny specks in there. And the pot that I used to dry the gold before we weighed it is also the pot I used to make instant espresso coffee inside. You know, I just fill it up with water, put it on the wood stove, make coffee. But anyway, before I made the next cup of coffee, I looked down in there, and there must have been a little bit of residue from me boiling water in there, and all the minerals that are in my well were stuck in the bottom of that pot there. And I looked down in there, there was a little bit of flour gold still hung up down there. And the next cup of coffee, you just drink that down. That stuff's pretty tasty anyway. But would that have brought us up to 0.059? I'm not quite sure. So we're still going to call it 0.058. Hopefully I at least got a D, huh? And had a lot of fun. With all that being said, just one more question. How much ground could a groundhog ground if a groundhog did hog ground? Not really sure. Let me know. I'm going to keep on having fun, and I hope you guys do too.